Hey, brothers and sisters from the Starknet ecosystem. Welcome back to the Stark Cafe. This is Nurstal speaking, your personal Stark barista. And once again, we are ready to delight you with some very special Starknet content. Happy Friday to everyone. And we're closing this intense Stark week with a deep dive on a DeFi lab called DeLightFi, which has been experimenting with a lot of different DeFi primitives on Starknet. And they've been bootstrapping two interesting and very useful DeFi tools lately, and whose tools we'll be talking about shortly. And in order to explore the DeLightFi lab in the best way possible, we have the pleasure to have their founder, Sacha, and who will also be accompanied later on by Matt, who joined the space, as I realized right now. So hey, Matt, to you as well. And so let's welcome the two guests of today. Hi, Sacha. Hi, Matt. How are you?
Hello, sir. Perfect. Thanks. Thanks a lot for receiving us. It's a pleasure to share a bit about what we are building. So Delight, Morphine, Starken on the Stark Coffee with you. And yeah, thanks a lot. And so I'm here with Mathieu, which is my partner on DeLightFi. So Mathieu, if you can introduce yourself.
Yes, for sure. So nice to meet you all. Thanks, Nasta, for the invitation. So I'm principally a data engineer, so working mainly on Starken. So we co-funded that with Sacha. And so it's a pleasure to share with you all of our inputs, to have some feedbacks and to present the both projects that we are working on the venture DeLightFi. So thanks for the invitation.
Awesome, Mathieu. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, guys. It's a pleasure to have you here to drink a very nice virtual coffee together. And well, let's start with an icebreaker about your backgrounds, guys. Even though Matt already gave a hint to us, but I would like to know a bit more about yourself, about your background, and how and when you began your own Starknet journey in this very good scaling solution.
Sure. So let's start maybe with this. So we are both French engineers. So we did the same engineer school with Mathieu. So we know each other from there. After the study, so Mathieu has a more Web2 background and worked for big companies such as Mercedes, Yunus. And on my side, I directly started to work on my own projects. So after my engineering school, I made some DeFi projects and just crypto projects in general. So previously on EVM chains. So I did some stuff on Ethereum layer 1, also on the Kronos chain. So I started with an NFT marketplace. And so I did, plenty of little projects, like for 6 months, something like this. And then I discovered Starknet. So I got Stark built by Henri during one of, I think it was a video with Yuri and Louis on the Journal du Coin, which is a French media and I discovered Starknet. So then I engaged with Henri that so Stark built me, told me about Starknet, what they were doing, what was their solution. And then, I started to learn Cairo, to engage with the community. And I really like the vibes. I really like, there's a lot of innovation. I like to work and being surrounded by big brains. And so I worked mostly on DeFi related products. So I started with an on-chain asset management protocol that was called Monity. And then I did some general Cairo contribution. I worked with Yearn and Starkware also, so not directly on Starknet, but it was for a solution to make Yearn Vault more decentralized and efficient. So the idea was to using Sharp and generating ZK proof regarding the API of each strategy composed of that was in the Yearn Vault. And finally, I worked on Morphine, and then we go further. We developed also Starken. So this is mostly Mathieu, and we finally decided to work together and to work for DeLightFi, so the organization behind those projects. And yeah, I don't know if I forgot some things, or maybe Mathieu, you want to add anything?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I think you basically introduced myself, so I can move a bit on that. So yes. So basically, as said by Sacha, we went the same school, so engineering school, and then from my side, I moved to Germany, working for Mercedes-Benz. So working with data, a lot of data. So I'm really involved with data, so to make data shine. Then I move in a French unicorn, so it's called Lydia. So in Paris, there it was also working with data. In Germany, I also work for Yunus, so in order to do some full stack stuff. Then for the moment, I'm working with Sacha, so we are working together on two interesting projects. So that's really cool, and we really want to build something really great for the community. So we are making a lot of iterations to implement new features, etc., and etc. So that's really cool, and we are trying to make the data shining on Starknet. So that's really important because there are a lot of data, but sometimes it's difficult to make them shine. So that's a bit our goals, and so also my role of as a data engineer. So great to meet you all.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Matthew. And yeah, it's very interesting to see that your friendship, date back, your relationship date back to from the school times.
Yeah.
So, after you had your own experiences, working experiences, you managed to meet together and to give birth to a project. I think this is also an extra value, to your team, I think, because you know each other very well, I suppose. And yeah, having said that, thanks a lot for the introduction about your very interesting and insightful backgrounds. Right now, I would like to start the real thing, let's say, and I like to know a bit more about DeLightFi, which is a DeFi lab, I call it. And I don't know if I'm calling it the right way. If you would call it a DeFi lab as well, but I would like to know what it is and what's the vision behind it.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, it's DeLightFi. So I think you pronounce it well. So basically, it's just we were building Morphine. So Matthew was providing some help on the back end to display some analytics, display some event people that were interacting with Morphine. So regarding the version which is on testnet. And then he indexed a lot of data, and then decided to build Starken to why not use all of this data and make it shine. So by just displaying the portfolio evolution of the user. And so we had the Morphine project, we have a Starken project, and we needed to give an identity of those two projects. They have a lot of synergies between each other. So yeah, we just decided to be partner and to have DeLightFi that represent all of this work from our team. And yeah, maybe I can. So the vision of DeLightFi is just building DeFi products related to DeFi on layer 2. So right now we are on Starknet because we believe that's the best scaling solution for Ethereum, and I've learned a lot of Caro. I'm involved in the Starknet community for a year now, so it makes sense that we start on Starknet. But yeah, we'll probably expand on other layer 2s as just a start because it's very niche. There are not a lot of there are a lot of projects, but you don't have that much project that you can find on other layers. So it gives us some place to work on something like Starken, for example, portfolio tracker on EVM chain. You have a lot on Starknet. You have only one, and yeah, it's. I like to work on all ecosystem. So yeah. So maybe I can tell a bit more about the products behind then.
Yeah. Maybe, first of all, I'd like to say that maybe, when you experiment with DeFi projects, with DeFi primitives, you also need, a lot of options in terms of liquidity. And for the time being, obviously, liquidity on Starknet is not that much. overall. So yeah, I see what you mean, but it's nice that you're also giving a chance to Starknet, and you're developing all these sorts of solutions. And yeah, I mean, let's go a bit deeper in the products and that you're developing in DeLightFi. And could you introduce us to MorphineFi and yeah, explain how it works in practice?
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Yeah, so we'll start with MorphineFi, then I will let Matthew speak for Starken. So MorphineFi is a middle layer that give you a better experience to interact with any kind of DeFi on Starknet. So the idea is that on Morphine you can deploy a sub account that will give you kind of superpowers. So with inside this sub account you can have more buying power. So the idea is to bring the leverage on chain through Starknet DeFi, and also to have composable automation. So the idea is really to give to mix the sex experience with what you can do in DeFi. So take profit, have stop loss, have leverage, but all of this in DeFi. So we are aggregating all sorts of yield. So that's what we did with just in terms of display for Morphine already. If you go on Morphine, you can see not everyone. So there is not Nostra, for example, but a lot of yield from Starknet. And we analyze the yield, we analyze the TVL, and people will be able to have leverage on it and to put take profit and stop loss. So a basic use case will be, let's say you're a bit Degen and you want to long Ethereum with third time more capital, so with leverage three time leverage. So an option would be to go on DYDX and to just handle three leverage long. So in this situation, you'll be paying funding rates. But what you can do on Morphine is that you can bring some USDC in collateral, borrow 3 times more USDC, and swap all of this not into Ethereum, but a yield that have Ethereum in underlying. It means that you will have the third time exposure to Ethereum, but you will also in the same time earn the yield of the hedge strategy that you are longing. It's like if you could have leverage, but through any kind of yield and on-chain. So that's the first main feature, composable leverage. This is available on Goerli too. So if you want to test, we are distributing pass. You can just go into Discord, ask for a pass, you send your address, we whitelist you, and you can try it out. And the second feature that we are still developing is the composable automation. So the idea would be that, okay, I want to, let's take the same example. So we'll want to long Ethereum 3 times. And you have some target. If the Ethereum go this price, I want to take my profit. If the Ethereum go to this price, I want to increase my exposure. If you have the price go here, I want to just cut my position. So all of this you'll be able to do through your Morphine sub account. And how does it work? It will be like rebalancing auctions that everyone will be able to participate. So the borrower that just do his long 3 times, he can send a task to the smart contract. He can tell, okay, this is my condition. So the condition can be condition on the price. So in our example, Ethereum reach 2000 price. So we get the data from Pragma, which is our data provider. And you can set also other conditions such as the yield factor, so to protect you from liquidation, or condition on really anything you want. Then after this condition, you decide your target. So if it's a take profit, it will be target from all my allocation to Ethereum. I want to have 100% allocation in USDC. And you submit the task. And when the condition will be reached, so the Ethereum reach a certain price level, everyone will be able to have limited power on your sub account. He will be able to take some money to do swap on your behalf, it's like a flash loan. You can do interaction on behalf of the users, and if you respect the conditions, you earn a premium. So in our example, it's just swap all the Ethereum in USDC, so you can basically use a DeFi integration. So basically Avenue, which is like the best way to swap. So you use Avenue, you swap all of the Ethereum in USDC. So the task is validated, and you, because you did the action, he will earn a premium, and the borrower will have his account rebalanced, so his take profit down. And yeah, we are still working on it because there are a lot of work to make it super clean. We want to create a road we want to create a kind of course because each one can participate. The premium can be lower and lower and lower. So the borrower, the people that is longing and that put his take profit, will not pay a lot of premium because everyone will participate and everyone wants the premium. So yeah, I don't know if it was clear, but
yeah, it was. Well, it was pretty clear. Yeah. Thanks a lot for this overview about MorphineFi. But for the audience, for the guys who are listening to us, I also see some very familiar faces. Hey, Lenny. Hey, Damian. Hey, Nadai. Kodawari, Hugo, thanks a lot for being here. And anyway, you were saying that you can already play with the speculative, let's say, primitive that you were describing to us on the Goerli tool, right?
Yeah.
Which is mainly designed for developers, right? Because here I'm on the MorphineFi.xyz template, and I acceded it with with a mainnet wallet.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. You have to switch network to Goerli too. Yeah, we didn't. We are not detecting it because it was built before we did the Morphine like the yield analyzer. So yeah, the transition is a bit complicated. We should like update the testnet and like display. Okay, you should switch your network, but yeah, because it was a previous version and we are probably soon going to close it. Yeah, so yeah, it's better if you're
it's okay. No worries. But so for the time being, we can access mainnet speaking. We can access only the aggregating yield option, right? It's
yeah.
Okay. Very good. I can see that here in this primitive, in the yield one, you take liquidity from different protocols on Starknet, which are basically most of them, or which are GDI swap, 10K swap, seed swap, and MySwap as well, I suppose. Yeah. And Carmine options as well.
Yeah, but I don't have yet all that. I have everything on seed swap, 10K swap, and GDI swap because basically you can deposit and redeem and have analytics. But some yield do not have analytics. So there is MySwap because I think the contracts were built before the events were available. So because the protocol is not emitting events, it's really hard on our side to index everything and to display good data. But we are working on them to still display data to find other solution. And for Carmine, it's kind of difficult to index all the data to see the evolution of the APR of the pool because that's like particularly protocol, that's option protocol, and it's kind of hard. I won't enter in the details, but like you have to analyze a lot of contracts because people can sell and buy options through Cayman pool, and everything is tokenized, so you have a lot of address to monitor, and it can rapidly super big. But yeah, we are still working on some solution to have everything available for Carmine for the data, and yeah, we hope to really. We hope we'll be able to have all the Starknet yields as things go further, And yeah, we are ready to accept any new protocols that want his data to be displayed. We really want to gather any source of yield of the ecosystem. And this aggregator will be the perfect transition for the launch of Morphine, because people will analyze yield and will be able to get leverage on it. So yeah, when you see that, like sometimes appear on stable pair that go more than 50% APR, it's sometimes it can be really interesting. So yeah, really excited
Sure.
for this.
Cool. I can imagine, the complexity about the Carmina options thing, but I'm sure you'll manage to set it up as soon as
We'll
possible.
try.
Yeah, let's try your best. We are rooting for you all and for you both. And yeah, looking forward to seeing the MorphineFi, let's call it official mainnet launch, and to see it fully operational in the near future. And yeah, having said that, another DeFi product that we are hearing very good things about is Starken DeFi, which is a Starknet portfolio tracker.
Yeah.
Am I right? Something like that. And yeah, tell us a bit about it and how you manage to provide the service with all the necessary data that a wallet tracker needs.
Yeah. Maybe Mathieu, if you want to take this one, I can make a resume. Then I will give the talk to Mathieu. So yes, Starken is a portfolio tracker on Starknet. So we are currently indexing the balance of most of a lot of tokens, not all of them yet. So right now we have the classic ones such as Ethereum, Bitcoin, USDC, USDT, DAI, and we added also LP from DeLightSwap, LP from 10K Swap, and LP from SeedSwap. And we are adding more and more tokens, but the platform is really interesting because you can oversee your portfolio evolution for a long history. So we have a really cool infrastructure that is using Apibara. So I think Mathieu will give you more details on this, but it enables us to have access to a lot of data that other portfolio trackers do not have access. If you see on Debunk and some other portfolio tracker, you won't have access to a history that is super long. It will be usually the past days, the past few days. And on Starken, you have it on everything. You have also cool features such as on-chain PNL. So you have a lot of way to estimate your non-realized profit on-chain, but we are providing like different ways to you to estimate it. You can select different just technique to do it, first in, first out, or different way. Mathieu will give you more details. And yeah, you can aggregate many addresses to have an overview of 2 or 3 portfolio. It will be soon more. And yeah, we'll soon add more data, general data, I will say, so to compare a bit the evolution of the TVL on some protocols, the evolution of yield on, but more general, so have a graphic with all of the portfolio better, like there is on Morphine. And yeah, also the goal will be to launch a SDK that will allow everyone to easily interact with DeFi and have access to any historical data. So it can be historical data on the price, on the pricing of a LP, of the pricing of an NFT, of a token, but yeah, on yield also, on volume of perf, really everything that is related to DeFi, just provide it in a super simple way. And yeah, I want to have access to the yield, to be like, I don't know, a vault that will allocate their capital in different yield regarding their performance, so you can have this data with Starken. So yeah, a SDK that is gathering everything you need in DeFi, so will be really interesting. And Mathieu, maybe you can give more detail and probably a better explanation than me on Starken.
Yes, for sure. I hope you can hear me well because I have some connection issue. But so let's go for Starken. So basically, as mentioned by Sacha, it's portfolio.
Oh, I think Mathieu has some network issues.
Yeah. Yeah, not sure if you can hear me well. Otherwise, maybe Sacha, you can take over because.
Yeah, I will take.
Yeah, there's a lot of interruptions actually. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No problem. So yeah, basically, yeah, you asked also what features need a portfolio tracker. I think one of the most important is have a long historic, be able to have your to know how your portfolio is evolving from day one from the creation can be really interesting. The fact that you can aggregate many account address in one is also super interesting. Most of the time, we have like 2, 3, maybe more accounts, so it's pretty important to gather all of it. And yeah, obviously, the fact that you have integrated a lot of products, so you can really go. It can be super complicated to have like all the DeFi integrated, but it's always the goal. And I think the idea is just to progressively add more and more integrations. So we plan to integrate NFTs. So for the bricks, I have to say it's kind of complicated to price because you have the set of brick, you have also the brick that is a ERC 1150. You have some set collections that have more value, such as the ducks. You have some set of collections that are just troll, and so yeah, that's kind of complicated to price sometimes. Also, we are planning to index some other collections such as early strikers. What else? Almanac NFT, some other little NFT collections, and
Stark sheet as well. Oh, Stark sheet as
yeah.
well. You know, the spreadsheet one.
Oh yeah, I should definitely contact Stacksheet, but yeah, we would love to integrate. The idea is to have a lot of integrations that people that are using Starknet ecosystem just be able for them this user to be able to oversee their Starknet experience through the portfolio, and yeah, I think it's kind of it brings a general true value to have this in the ecosystem, and yeah, we are happy to provide all of this data, and we are constantly upgrading it. So yeah, just stay tuned. Follow the Twitter. We will communicate on each one of our new features, and we have a lot of new stuff coming the next weeks. Yeah.
Very well. Very well. Can't wait to play with Starken DeFi. And can we already play with it? Is there a testnet, mainnet, or not yet?
Yeah, Starken DeFi right now it's fully working on mainnet, so you add your address or your Starknet ID, and you should be able to see your portfolio evolution. So far integrated. So the main tokens, so Ethereum, Bitcoin, USDT, and DAI, and the LP of JSwap, SeedSwap, and I think you have. No, this is not pushed yet. Yeah, right now you have this, but you'll have most of NFT soon, and Zcalen also will be integrated.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll give it a look as soon as I close the Star Cafe. And yeah, cool. Okay, so guys, thanks a lot for this overview about both of your projects. And well, before asking you for a kind of consideration about the DeFi space on Starknet, I'd like to say something to our audience. And thanks a lot once again for being with us. And if you have any question for Matt and Sacha, please send me the permission to ask me for the permission to speak. And as soon as I finish the last question, I'll grant it to you. So in the meanwhile, let's ask Sacha for his own view about the ever-growing DeFi space on Starknet. Also in terms of infrastructure, how do you see the Starknet space, Starknet DeFi scene in the next 1-2 years?
Okay, super interesting question. So the DeFi ecosystem, I think first Starknet has all the advantage to build DeFi. Like it aims to provide fast and cheap transaction, so which is already a good thing. Then you have account abstraction that will just give more adoption, easier way to connect to DeFi for people that are not from crypto. So you can like connect with your Gmail. So Bravos and Argent are working on some cool feature to rapidly enter in the DeFi space, and I think this will create a lot of volume, a lot of TVL. I think like Starknet is a real solution for DeFi, because we are usually talking about gaming. Yes, Starknet is amazing for gaming, but for DeFi it's also really cool. Like scalability doesn't only offer a better user experience, but also allow DeFi protocols to create more complicated, not more complicated, but logic that require more resources. For example, on Morphine, I could not really do it on layer 1 because you have like one transaction to open your account, add collateral, borrow some asset, perform swap. All of this in one transaction could be super expensive. And yeah, so I think that's really a good ecosystem to grow. Also, you have Madara. You have solution like this that will allow you to deploy your own app chain. So this can like give a user experience completely an amazing user experience. So your app will be a bit isolated, but for like order book, perpetuals, maybe order book options, this kind of protocols that do not require interoperability, it's just the best place. So using Madara, deploying your own app chain, and this will give you like super user experience. It will be, you can manage also the chain parameters require on your app, what your app needs. So it's really modular. And for just the layer 2, so building directly on Starknet, that's like there are already a cool DeFi ecosystem. So you have some IMMs, you have Avenue, which aggregate all of this and provide like a super experience. They have also SDK for easy integration from other protocols. So this is like super good. Then you have some lending borrowing. So Zika Lend mostly. You have also Nostra, and yeah, they are doing super work. Right, they just launched mainnet, I think, Zika Lend. And the team is super good. They provide an easy way to lend, borrow. You have also options. So I think you have, Carmine, which is a P2 pool options, but you have another option protocol, I think also, which is building in Steels. But yeah, we have a lot of like primitives. So yeah, IMM, lending, borrowing. And I think, we can build a lot of things on top of this. And you have also Yagi, which is a yield aggregator. And I think the DeFi ecosystem is quite complete, and we can, we are just to wait. So the language transition from Kero 0 to Kero 1 maybe create some latency because each protocol has to like rewrite everything in Kero 1, re-audit contracts, and relaunch on minutes. So it will be it has been a bit delayed, and I think it will arrive. Like if you look at Arbitrum right now, like it's kind of maybe not now, but like 1 month ago, I don't know. Like the hype is very big, and finally, like 2 years ago when it started, there were absolutely nothing. Like it was completely empty, no traction, no TVL, and I believe Starknet is a better solution. So it will just take time, just for people to understand the Starknet vision, just for protocols on Starknet to grow, to make more noise, and yeah, I think Starknet will have his gold age, if we can say it like this, and yeah, it will be driven by all the innovations, all the builders that are working on Starknet. They are only like smart people, so I'm sure there will be only super good products. So yeah, let's see how everything is evolving, and yeah.
Very good. Yeah, I must say that DeFi on Starknet is starting to look very promising, very exciting. And also, I'm sure that both you and Matt will be playing a pivotal role in this scene. So yeah, hopefully we'll see DeFi on Starknet, raising a lot in both of DVL and also in terms of APIs in order to attract as many people as possible and to see the real value and the real potential of this scaling solution, the Starknet is. And having said that, yeah, I see that we shouldn't have any questions from the audience, so we can close the Star Cafe. But obviously, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks Sacha, and thank you Matthew for coming to the Star Cafe. Rendez-vous à Paris pour Starknet CC.
Allez, merci beaucoup.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And having said that, also a big thank you to all the live listeners and also to the replay one. Thanks a lot. And yeah, I see that Matthew lost line once again, but
he has some
that's
network issues, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you, Matt. Thanks a lot for coming. And yeah, so guys, remind sharing the Starknet vibe, and see you next time.
Thanks a lot.
Bye. Bye, Sacha. Bye bye.